Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with just another craft with me. I watched, I love Sweet Pea Curiosities. I have a lot of her digitals. A lot of the grungy stuff that I use is from her. And so I watched a video over on her channel. She did a flip through of a very current video. I've got marker from, it's a work night. And our little special needs kids go crazy with the markers in our hands. So she did a video where she made a snippet. So I did a video, you will have already seen it on the channel. It did not go as I had hoped. So I'm hoping that this one will go better. And I'm going with it for a more of a grungier look with this project, just because I loved what Marissa did with hers. So again, I watched a flip through on her video, and then she did another video after that because she used this snippet roll stuff in her journal. And so what she did is she basically took all of her elements and she doing it different than I do. When I make clusters, it's pretty random, and I usually do individual pieces, but I thought I would try something a little bit different here and be a little bit more concise in my space here. I do have a second one in case I want to do another one off camera, so I just got that torn down. Now I am completely copycatting this paper because this is the base that she used. I think it might not have been this exact tone of brown, but this is what she used. And what I love about it for snippets or for clusters, it's really great because it's not really heavy. It's very flexible, and it's from Paper Studio. It's called Crinkle Brown, and it is this is something that Hobby Lobby carries in our area. So Paper Studio is the brand. I love their stuff. So I forgot to grab my ink. Give me just a quick second. There may be a little less talking in this video because I'm not feeling great. I'm always glad when I get a bunch of videos done and I can kind of relax because I'm fighting the next. I'm always, the cold, the sickness is always chasing. It's always chasing me. So I've got some tools here. I've got my tear ruler to tear some things down. I've got my scissors, my archival ink from Ranger in Vintage Photo. I've got some textiles. I'm not going to really do it real heavy textural stuff on this, but I thought I'd pull it out just in case I want some elements. These are just some coffee dyed bits that I did from those estate sale. Some of them from the estate sale, not this. This is just regular ribbon or lace. So anyway, let me show you the elements that I have. So this is a new kit that I bought from Marissa's shop at Sweet Pea Curiosities, but there's these little tickets. And I thought they would be fun to put, oh, it's upside down, put in on my snippets. See if it'll focus. Sometimes focus is a challenge. I'm trying to find a webcam that will do a focus and will let me zoom in, and I'm not having any luck that's compatible with my Mac. So, but these are what they look like. So sweet little miniature little things. So, and then I just picked some other random things from my stash to add to the snippet roll. So I've got that element. I've got, these are also from one of her kits. I just like some of the tones, and you'll see why when we get to that. And then we've got some little butterflies. So there's 6 of them because I'm feeling like we can get 6 little pieces, or 6 kind of sections of this for our project. So just little butterflies. Honestly, couldn't tell you where I got them because I have so many butterflies. So I hope you don't mind that. And forgive my sniffly nose. That's one of the things I'm struggling with. The last 2 nights I haven't done any. I stepped a foot in the studio to unlock the computer for my husband to do some stuff because he doesn't very often use my computer, but he needed to do that. So that's been my extent of time in the studio. These are the lady images I'm going to be using. These are from Sweet Pea Curiosities as well. Aren't they just delightful? Look at that. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It just started downpouring. We went from 20 degrees to 50. Between 40 and 50 is what we're running now. It's crazy. So that's what we've got. So we've got more than we need probably there. I think there was 8 of those. So I'm going to set those there as well. And then these are all the background pieces. So basically what I did, I took some stuff from my scraps. These are scraps from my drawer. These are scraps from my drawer. This is vellum. This is actually some of my own mixed media paper, and I just scanned it or took a picture of it and then printed it on vellum. So that's 3 pieces of that. And then these are also from Sweet Pea Curiosities. These are from her Angel Folio, Heavenly Angel Folio kit. And I use these papers a lot. I love them. So what I did is I took the image and I shrunk it. I printed 4 to a page. So I get things that are not so out of scale because I'm doing tiny things here. I thought having a little bit smaller spaces in these digitals would be helpful. This is also from Sweet Pea Curiosities, I believe, and so I've got 2 of those pieces. This is way more than we need, but I'm just showing you what I've got. So I'm just going to kind of arrange these by type over here. I've got some vintage book and music papers, just regular book and music papers. I've got a little bit more of my own. I believe this was coffee dyed acrylic inked paper from my stash. I love introducing vellum into my into this kind of project. Let me breathe. I'm basically doing this because I just need to create. So I'm just bringing you along, guys. So that will stick over there. And then this is also a copy of, this is a mixed media project I did. I think it was in my art journal, and look at that scrumptiousness. So we're going to be chewing that up and using it as well. So I'm going to put that in a separate category. And then some of these others are just digitals. And again, this is a full page digital. This is actually from Ruby and Pearl, but I put 4 to a page, so I get smaller elements, which I think is really pleasing to the eye. And then this is some French ledger digital as well, same thing. So we got a little bit of that as well. So let's get going. So I will intermittently talk, otherwise I will speed it up. I will try to show you what I'm using as I use it. I usually talk a lot in my videos, but I'm going to tone that down today. So let's just get going. Probably going to have to do 2 strips, guys, because that's not going to be enough space for what we're doing. So I'm going to just rough tear another strip of this. That other one was not quite as wide, so I want it to be wider. You can do them however you choose, though. If you have not checked out Sweet Pea Curiosities Etsy shop, oh my goodness, she is amazing. I'm going to try to cut that because I didn't tear it quite far enough. There we go. So let's work on 2. And so what I appreciated about her video is something that I attempt a lot when I do clusters, is I attempt to kind of lay things out and then glue them down. So I'm just going to be reaching over here and tearing paper down. So if you see me kind of disappear, you'll know why. I'm just kind of turning things around here a little bit to see. I've never done it like this before, so it's gonna be interesting to see how it flows. So we're just gonna kind of lay some stuff out here, and then we'll start gluing. So we're gonna create a little bit of interesting bases here. Okay, let's start introducing some other elements here. Maybe some of this. I don't know that I'm going to introduce this. I think it doesn't go with the tones that I'm after here. And I'm not doing the tear ruler on everything. Some of it I want to be a little bit rougher. If this turns out horribly, I won't be publishing the video. Okay, how about some regular book and music papers? These are mostly book, but that's okay as well. Just getting a general kind of setup here. I'm going to make sure I have all the base stuff down first. Let's pull out some of this paper here, this vellum, and see if we can use any of it. Now this is going to be specific to different women in here, so I'm going to lay those out so we can look at them together for the tones that we're seeing in the images. So like I know this one, I want to bring in some of those orangish tickets. So I would probably use some vellum like this plainer one. I'm clearly struggling. Can you tell I'm struggling? So let's pull some of this orangish ticket out, because I thought they would be really pretty with this lady. Whoops. These elements are all pretty thick, so they're gonna be a little bit bulky because they're all just printed naturally on my 65-pound paper. We'll ink everything up here in a second. So let's see. We can stick that. Actually, we can probably divide that up, not use the whole thing, and set her. She would actually be quite pretty on there, but we need something behind her. So let's get that in there. I'm loving it. Okay, so I think I'm again at that place where I usually get with clusters, where I feel like the more layers I put down on top of each other, the more confused I get. So I'm going to set that one aside for a moment, and we're going to work on this one. And what I've decided is I do need to have something on the base here, regardless of what that is. So I might just put a piece of some book page there to cover that gap. and just kind of separate things out with different colors. So I'm going to set that in there. That's a little bit too tall. I have to turn the fan on. When my husband comes in here and works, he turns the fan off. And then I roast when I come in. Just trying to figure out, like, why is it so hot in here? Oops. Ah, that's okay. We'll deal with it. So I just started, I wasn't feeling up to responding to comments on YouTube, but I did see some of them, and I saw that there is some interest in a Facebook group, and I do again want to preface that with saying I have no interest in doing that to take away from any existing group that I love. It is mainly for just providing a place for you guys to share your makes with me. So I'm thinking about that, and when I'm feeling a little bit more myself, I will come back to that. So I think I'm going to use this piece. It's obviously too tall, so let me tear it down some more. So thank you for the feedback. We'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll start linking that in my YouTube description box and all of that, and all my social media, so you guys can check it out. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Now I'm in the zone now. I'm feeling like I'm in the zone now. I have a thing in my head. Oh, actually I want this one right here. So I love how we can, you know, use our ephemera however we choose. You don't have to keep it whole. You can make it whatever you want. The other really cool thing about Marissa over at Sweet Pea Curiosities is she actually lives in Wilsonville, Oregon. I think she said Wilsonville, Oregon. I'm in Battleground, Washington. That's like an hour away. It's crazy. You know, it's often we feel like our world is so big, but it really is not big at all. It's pretty crazy. I think I'm going to put a little bit of vellum there now that I'm in my zone. Let's do it. So basically what I'm doing is what I do all the time, is create layers, but I'm creating a continuous layer, which is different for me. So, but also in Marissa's video when she was sharing, I can't remember if it was the flip through. No, it was when she was making her little snippet rolls. She's watching, like, I think she said her son's dog, and they actually activated the what's that automatic vacuuming thing that people have? I don't have it. Roomba, is that what it's called? Roomba. And so it's going in the background, and I'm just chuckling because I know that it's the dogs that started it, and she's just like going on with her crafting experience. Really cool. Okay, so let's see, what else do we want here. I think we'll just go ahead and go in with this because we're working on the base layer here. Now that I've got my rhythm. I think I do want a little bit of textile there, so let's see what we got here. Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've got some of this It's like a cheesecloth, but it's different than most of the cheesecloth I use. I don't know where I got it, but it's kind of strange. Let's put that in there. Why not? Let it peek out a little bit. I think this is a great way to make clusters. I think it's a lot faster. I don't know if it's faster watching me, because I tend to deliberate still quite a lot. So I love it. Love it, love it. And this one I will actually keep whole. The other one I said I was going to keep whole, and then I didn't keep whole because I didn't like it in pieces. I'm just pulling these things off because I feel they're distracting me at the moment. So let's continue in like fashion, putting some of this other kind of script stuff down in the middle, not separating them, but kind of as a divider, kind of like that. I have a really hard time not adding textiles, so you definitely don't have to do that. And if I feel like there's anything hanging over the edges that just looks doesn't look good, I can trim it off, but I like that little bit of separation there. It is really, really rainy out there. Oh my gosh. We have a creek on the back of our property, and it can get pretty high. It's never threatened our outbuildings. We have a garage down by the creek that we've had to pick stuff up all up off the floor before to make sure it doesn't get destroyed, but that's only happened I think once. I'm going to use a little piece of this vellum. Right there. So I'd be curious what's on your desks, guys. What are you working on? By the time you see this, we're pretty far scheduled out on the channel because I got so ahead during the storm, but I'm curious though what you're working on. I know some people are interested in the reference journal. The first video would have posted today, January I think today's the 24th. And so you would have seen that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh my goodness gracious. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, and that right there would be perfect. So again, I'm just trying to get a solid base, and then we'll add the smaller elements on the top. So this would be better if it was going the other direction, but I don't mind if words are going sideways. That feels too squarish though to me. So let's wait on that for a second and maybe get a piece of something else to go there instead. What to do? Maybe a piece of book page. Yeah, I feel like that's better. Again, you do what you like. I believe that as creators, no matter if you're a beginner or you're more advanced or been doing it longer, you have an eye for things, even though you might not realize that you do. You do. And if you listen to that intuition and that sense, that judgment that says, that first impression that says, this is good, I like this, it's usually right. Doesn't mean it always like turns out exactly like you wanted it to, but it definitely, yeah, I've got to get something going the other direction. It definitely is trustworthy, I guess, is my point. So I feel like we need something that's going the other way. Maybe we will introduce, I don't really have any pink in my ladies though. They're all kind of, well, that one's got a little bit of pink. Let's go ahead and introduce some of this. And I love putting a little bit of grunge next to lace. I always think that looks really, really great. So we're almost to the end of this one. The other one I may do off camera, guys, just because I don't want to keep you too long. I mainly just wanted to share kind of, like not kind of, what my inspiration was and why it inspired me. And I really loved the freedom as I watched Marissa create hers. It just, she had a flow that I envy. I mean, I feel like I do a lot of things really well, but sometimes again, I don't think outside of the box. I do what I know and I keep doing what I know. And I think that I need to really try some other things. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to turn this one the opposite way because all my other words have been facing, you know, up this side, and you know what I mean, like that. So I'm going to turn this one. I'm going to put it right there. And let's get another piece of vellum in there. I'm just trying to think about, I'm leaning more towards the plainer vellum just because I don't know what images we're bringing in here yet. So okay, so let's start doing the next layer. This is amazing. And it's structurally, it's not super thick, even though this is mostly 65-pound paper, unless it was a true scrap or a vintage book page or music page. So that's pretty darn cool. So let's see what else we want to do here. So I want this little lady to go here, but I don't want the corners to be so square. So I'm going to grab my corner rounder, and probably won't round them all, but we'll just go with the gut. Go with the little gut. These are a little bit big, but they're what I have, and I didn't want to downsize them yet again, and I don't really want to cover up that. I want that to peek through, so that is really actually quite pretty. I feel like she's a little bit too wide, so I'm going to trim these down as I feel the need, and then I'll just round that again. Yeah. I wasn't sure what size I wanted them to be, and I didn't want to shrink them on the printer anymore. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is amazing. But I think she needs another piece of ticket sticking out the side here. What I'm trying to do here is to avoid the segments. So I'm wanting pieces that are going to bridge the gaps here a little bit. I don't even know if we're going to use the butterflies. We'll have to see how they go. Some of them are pretty bold, so they may not fit for this project. But I'm just trying to bridge what it seems like a natural separation that's happening there, so that we've got something continuing there. I really want to use this, so I'm thinking I could bring that in right there. Yep. I want to try to not cover up the button. It's okay if it touches it, but I want to retain that a little bit. Going to be covering that up, but that's just the way it goes. We're gonna just be okay with that. It happens. It's all about the layers, guys, as I talk about often, especially when I do mixed media work, because which you will have already seen that video too. Hopefully you guys watched it. It's a Sunday's Art of Truth that I wrote for my granddaughter Kenzie, who is turning 13, and I made her a mixed media piece for her birthday. So we talk about the layers in that a lot. So I just feel like I don't want to lose that butterfly. I wonder what that would be like. I think that would actually be okay to just move her over, and then we don't lose that butterfly peeking out. Let's do that. Let's do that. So anyway, it's a blog post talking about becoming her. So we're only going to see that 07 there, but that's okay. Just this idea as I was like thinking about her turning 13 and just how precious that time is, or should be, and so I wrote about what that means. What does it mean to become her? To become yourself. And so that was a beautiful mixed media project. I don't mind saying so myself. It was very fun to create, and it went really, really well. I think this pink girl was supposed to go over here. So let's see if this girl, I think she'll be okay over here because we've got some green. So let's trim her down as well. So anyway, you do lose layers when you you lose things in the layers when you do layering, and you have to kind of be okay with that and not like try to hold on to it. you know, with tightly clenched fists, because sometimes the result is better if you let go and just see what happens, which happens all the time for me. So, okay, so what do we have here? We've got Piccadilly. Should we put over Piccadilly or go over here? Or I think she'd be really pretty right there on that edge. I think so, yeah. Let's see what we can do here. I think I'm just going to put her straight down. Actually, let's see if there's any tickets that can go there. I'm loving this layering, you guys. Look at that. Just putting that little bit of vellum over that part of that number is just really appealing. And then we're just going to stick our girl up here. Right there. Oh my goodness. One more section and then we are done and I will let you go. I'm feeling like I need something down here too, so I'm thinking about taking one of the girls and just cutting a circle of her face. So let me see if I've got a punch that will work. I don't want one that's too small, but I don't want one that's too big either. So I don't think I have something that's kind of in the middle. Let's see. Oh, this one's way too small. Oh my goodness. It's so small. So small. Let me dip into this drawer and see if I can find another one. That's maybe one that's got a smaller face. I don't know. Let's look. Yeah. Let's see what else we got up here. Oh, maybe this one's awfully cool too. Oh, that looks weird. Okay. Let's do the profile. Let's not keep changing our mind. This is risky business to do this and then not tape it down, but we're gonna go for it. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I think that's perfect. She's a little small, but that's okay. It's okay to be small. I just really feel like we needed something down here. So I think I'm going to put her right there. Do we need something by her though? Yeah, let's put a little piece of this label. Again, you can use this stuff however you choose. It doesn't have to stay whole. do what works for you. Let's get that in there. Sticky fingers, Cara-Renee. Actually, let's bridge that right there. So we were talking about that before. And then we're covering up a lot of our vellum, but that's okay. It happens. So I think I'm going to let you go. I'm just going to finish this last little section. This is taking me way longer than I had anticipated, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. You can see all the pictures at the end of the video of this strip as well as the one that I do off camera. So I hope it's inspiring, guys. I know it's not anything novel, you know, it's not new. People have been doing this for a long time, but I thought I'd bring you along for my take on it. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.